ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 between Mirage Gaming and Killam in the second day of the Amateur Weekend Cup Revival for 2014. My name is Coldblood, and unfortunately Hawksbach had some net issues, so I have from Dota Talk, Maya Arcana. How are you, my friend?
I am really great. Very happy to be casting with you once again. And it is sweltering hot here right now in Bendigo, so...
Back in Victoria.
Yeah.
It was very cold when you landed the other week.
I know, right?
So like, now that it's autumn, it goes to summer weather.
That's right. I don't know what to say about the Australian weather.
It's awful. That's the best way to sum it up. So we are now into the draft here. Of course, the MVP for last game was Guide on Invoker. He did brilliantly. Not surprised to see it banned out. He was an absolute monster. Did not touch Exhort the entire game. Didn't touch Invoke until level 5 even. So we can see that the Bristle, the OD, and the Timbersaw banned out again. The exact same bans as last game. We now have Small Cat standing in for Hillbilly, who was having a lot of net issues in the last game, and Crystal Maiden once again locked in by Mirage. It was played very well last game by Blackout, so we can assume it will be going to him again.
Yeah, it looks like Guide's not gonna have his Invoker this time around because Kill them have banned him out. So apparently they are, I wouldn't say they're pretty scared, but it is a wise move.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see if they leave the mid lane till last again. The Invoker was the last pick. Death Prophet was the first for Killam. Not sure if they'll go for that again. They actually ended up sending the DP top. They had the Dragon Knight in mid, and then they had a Slark in a tri-lane, and it worked out okay for them. They got first blood, but after that they got torn apart. They were much too squishy. So
yeah. I didn't watch the previous game because I was in the scrim, but I kind of feel a DK mid needs a lot of farm, and he might not get that.
Also, Clockwork, he was open the previous game. They didn't decide to go for him, and they will now have him. So we can assume that their offlaner is trying to remember who it was. Oh, actually, it was Crank Midget was playing the Slark, and he was actually quite good. So now that they've got that strong initiation, they may be able to turn the fights in their favor. This is a best of 3. Currently, Mirage are 1 up, and hopefully we get to a third game here, Maya.
Well, see, Clockwork right now, he does have cogs here, but the issue is that, heroes such as POTM, such as Slark are still in the pool, so if Mirage actually picks them up, they can actually have a very easy escape away from the Clockwork player.
Yeah, that is very true. He is still open, as is the other mobile heroes like the Storm Spirit, the Puck, the Queen of Pain. Storm Spirit got banned in the last game, actually, so we'll have to see if that happens once again. It was Killam who banned it out. They pick up the Jakiro, which was used by Mirage last game. The ice paths were very much on par. That was Kichwa playing him, and he actually started out level 1 with the Liquid Fire, the auto attack, and it was very, very strong. It was very hard to deal with for them, so they're going to take that one away, and immediately Nyx gets locked in for Mirage. That could go mid, could go support, could even go off lane if you really wanted, but I'm going to guess that it's a support Nyx for the time being.
Yeah, the Nyx Assassin will combo really well with the Crystal Maiden because she can cast her Frostbite, and now that Nyx Assassin's Impale is no longer a targeted spell, the Frostbite will help to set up for the stun from Nyx Assassin.
Yes, that is a lot of lockdown for them, and of course you got Mana Burn and Crystal Nova to add into the mix. Shout out to Izzy, NZ, and Twistle Meth, who was very vocal in the previous game. They're talking about who's going to win. Lifestealer apparently going to win. That was played by Mirage in the last game. It was an absolute terror. Wouldn't be surprised to see Nyx taken out of the pool. Death Prophet banned out by Mirage, which is surprising because honestly the DP wasn't that impactful in the previous game, but I guess it was played fairly well, so, or maybe they just want to go for a late game comp and don't want to be pushed in before that happens, and immediately Slark banned out by Killam, so they must have been reading your mind, Mayo.
I think Killam is gonna just ban out the heroes that Mirage picked up in the previous game.
They actually played the Slark in the last one.
Ah, right. Sorry about that.
He was in a tri-lane though, so he didn't level up too quickly.
Radiant's ban.
Do you think we'll see an Ember Spirit in this game? Because it is still in the pool.
I would absolutely love to. I would love to see an Ember Spirit. The only person I've seen play him is Daredevil Dan, so it wasn't the most inspirational play of all time.
10 seconds
to be fair. Although Dan is much more a caster than a player, so
5 seconds.
we have to give him a bit of room. Veno going to be banned out by Mirage, was played by Ukilum, and the Venomous
time.
Gales were actually really good. So not surprised to see him taken out of the pool. Reserve time being employed by OKE here. It's going to be very key who they ban here, as the last game quickly snowballed out of control by Guide in the mid lane. He was all over the place, teleported absolutely perfectly. So they have to try and ban out. Oh, it looks like they're going to go for Puck, and that is a fantastic ban against a playmaker like Guide. So I'm wondering if they want to play a Storm Spirit or a Queen of Pain themselves.
I kind of feel that banning out a
About
Puck right
time.
now is it's pretty much showing their hand, because like you mentioned, they might pick up the Queen of Pain, they might pick up a Storm Spirit, but it leaves those heroes in the pool as well. And Mirage right now, they have the pick, so they may pick up their mid lane hero, Storm Spirit, the Queen of Pain, maybe even a Razor right now, because Okilum just picked up the Luna, and the Razor can pretty much counter her late game with her damage. He can just basically sap all her damage, and she's just useless after using her Lucent Beams as well as her Eclipse.
Yeah, she's got her glaives bouncing
10
around. If she's
seconds
only
to
got
go.
5 damage, those glaives aren't going to be too scary.
Exactly.
Of course,
5
Viper is
seconds.
also still available if they want to go for that, but wouldn't be surprised to see Mirage leave their mid laner to
Reserve
last
time.
like last time. They now know that they're going against Jakiro Luna, so that is a lot of lockdown and a lot of damage, and they haven't even gone for their last support. They could go for a strong disengage hero. Nyx is fairly good at disengaging with the, not the Burrow Strike, what is it called? The Impale.
Yep.
But,
well as
of
his
course,
spike
Nyx
therapy.
could go mid. So, maybe they opt to go for their carry, someone who can jump on top of Luna and deal with her. Could see a Juggernaut, could see AM, that'd be pretty cool.
Could see a life stealer as well. Yes.
Yes, Mirage played that very well in the previous game, so, and it is still open.
Yeah,
Someone's having
I
technical
still feel that
difficulties.
Mirage right now, they will send the Nyx Assassin combo with the Crystal Maiden. They have yet to pick up an off laner, which might be this Mirana here.
Radiant's pick.
She is good to actually get out of. She can leap out of the clockwork cogs, and that's one thing. And she can leap away from Jakiro as well. So, I would say Mirana off lane for Mirage Australia.
Yeah, well, for the time being, we can assume that, or if it is comboed
And
with the
we're
CM,
back.
you got Frostbite and then Sacred Arrow,
10
a
seconds
heck
to
of a
go.
lot of lockdown. Mirana was banned in the first round in the previous
5
game.
seconds.
So if these teams know each other, we're about to see why, and then of course Mirana and Luna say things to each other, which I'm looking
Reserve
forward
time.
to. Gonna have another pickup here. Will Ukilum leave their own mid laner till last, or will they opt for leaving their last support to be reactionary? It's the nice thing about Mirage is they picked up 2 heroes that can really do any role fairly well.
Yeah, exactly. If Crystal Maiden is not doing well in the lane, she can rotate into the jungle. Maybe even, if she's greedy enough, maybe even get that very fast Hand of Midas
10
and then
seconds to go.
go ham.
Oh, so we have
Dyer's
Rubik
pick.
picked up here. It's very true. CM could pick up the Midas, would be channeling her inner Bulvi to employ that pick. So Rubik, I do like that. It means that Moonlight Shadow could potentially be stolen, which would be massive because there's a lot of ambush from Mirage Australia. If they get the Moonlight Shadow, then suddenly you've got a Nyx coming out, can instantly disappear again with the Vendetta. You have the Freezing
10
Field,
seconds to
which would
go.
not interrupt the Moonlight Shadow invisibility because of course it's channeled, and they get the lifesteal at once again,
Radiant's
which
ban.
is a great pick against the amount of CC coming out of Ukilum here. Although, if he gets jumped on by the clockwork, he's going to be spam mini-stunned, and he doesn't really have a good way to get out.
Well, if he gets jumped on by the
10
clockwork, he
seconds
does
to
have
10
his
seconds to
rage,
go.
so he if he pops it fast enough, he will be able
5
to avoid
seconds.
all those mini stuns by the battery assault from clockwork.
And then hopefully for Clockwork's sake he doesn't
Reserve
then get
time.
nommed on. The bans are
5 seconds.
now up. Now, what Killam ban's going to be very important, and Guide going to take another ban. That's 3 mids banned out because Guide is just such a strong player on the Invoker, who is one of the most micro-intensive heroes in the game. He'd use 5 spells in one. Storm Spirit going to be
Radiant's
banned out,
pit.
so that trio of very mobile mids has been taken out. Killam will want to go for their own one here. Are you expecting anything, Maya? We did raise the Viper and the Razor.
Yeah, I think they will. Either team will pick up a Viper, and I think Mirage will be looking to pick up that Razor right now, just so to counter that Luna with Razor. So Razor,
10
he can
seconds to
sap the
go.
damage like I've mentioned just now.
Dragon
And
Knight was played mid by
5
OKE
seconds.
in the last game. I don't know if they'll go for it again though. They're running out of time here. They're going to have to make a decision.
Reserve time.
they could pick up the DK. He would combo
Oh!
really well, but no, they pick up the Magnus
Dyer's
instead.
pick.
Oh,
Wow,
there we go.
found my Ember Spirit, yes! Yes.
So I guess when OKE wanna fight, they're gonna fight. And Mirage, well, they've got the Ember Spirit, which makes me very happy. They've got a lot of late game right click damage, a lot. So I mean, you could have an Ember Spirit jumping into your team, and then a Lifestealer bursting out of him, and of course they could be invisible too. So that's
Exactly.
OKE have to be very very careful here, but very much looking forward to this one.
The thing with Mirage Australia right now is that their team is so dependent on their level 6. Look at them. Crystal Maiden, level 6 Freezing Field if she decides to take it then. And then the next assassin, level 6 Vendetta, so that he can hunt down that Rubik. Mirana also needs a level 6 for those ganks.
10 seconds
And then
to go.
Lifestealer, he just needs farm, basically.
Oh, certainly. So we'll quickly try and fix up the overlay here. So we'll go
Places,
through the
everyone.
teams. We don't have any pauses at the start, which is a fantastic omen. Representing OKE in hopefully their comeback, we have Christina Perry on the Magnus. On the Luna, we will have Crank Midget. Rubik will be played by Turbulence. We have Small Cat standing in for Hillbilly. He will play the Jakiro, and Clockwork will be Ice Cubed.
And on Mirage Australia, we have Sky playing the Mirana, Sledgehammer on the Lifestealer, Kichwa on the Next Assassin, Guide on the Ember Spirit, and I'm looking forward to his Ember Spirit right now because, if he's as good as what you've mentioned. And finally, Blackout on the Crystal Maiden.
Okay, so trying to fix up the overlay here, it's decided to stuff up. So
30 seconds to
let's quickly try and
showtime.
fix that. Is there any early wards coming down here, Maya, while I try and fix this?
No early wards from both teams, but we do see that Mirage Australia, they have finally placed down one ward here in the mid lane, but they have decided that no one's coming into our jungle. They are going to move into their respective lane, so we will see the Crystal Maiden with a really cool set on her, by the way, the Frozen Feather set, as
And
well as
they're
Kichwa, and they will be babysitting Sledgehammer on the Knife Stealer. Mid lane, we will see the Ember Spirit, that's going to be Guide, and of course, bot
No
lane
more
Sky
bets, please.
on the off lane Mirana.
Okay, so, and of course Mirana very, very difficult to lock down, but you're going to have telekinesis into the ice path, and then Luna will be whacking away at you. It's a very cool Luna hair, actually, makes her hair black instead of white, sorry. And then the Nyx will be going support like we thought. Clockwork didn't actually use his power cogs to block the minion, or the creeps rather. So he's going to let it sit in the middle here. Still trying to fix the overlay. I'm not sure what Exploit's doing to me here.
If you need to, just restart, and I'll just keep up the running commentary for the players in game.
Yeah, may have to do that.
Yeah, sure. So, Clockwork, he's just hanging back right now. He doesn't want to go because he does not know where, basically the supports are right now for Mirage Australia. Like I mentioned, Crystal Maiden has gone into the jungle. She is going to get some creeps here, stack the camps as well, doing a really great job right now. And Nyx Assassin just pulling the camps for them.
Yeah, so they're managing that one very well at the moment. Sorry guys, you're going to have to put up with the big AWC in the middle for the time being because I can't get rid of it. So we have Chikiro doing some pulling of his own at the bottom here, which sounds very wrong, but we'll ignore it. Of course, we'll bring up the last hits here. Magnus sitting at 4, Ember Spirit at 6 and 3 denies. You do not want to let an Ember Spirit free farm like this because he runs away with it once he gets the Sleight of Fist and something like a Desolator or a Helm of the Dominator. Rocket Flare going to go out. The Clockwork knows that the lanes are being pushed for him. He's doing okay. He's sitting at 2 last hits, which is more than we see Clockworks get early on normally. Marana only sitting at the 1, and she's got to be so careful. The Rubik moving forward very aggressively as Jakiro gonna pull the lanes once again. And yellow ping going out by the Jakiro. So again, they know that the camps are being pulled, and Invis Rune gonna go to the Magnus, and he's gonna try and get the jump here, Maya.
Well, the thing is that there is a ward here, so Mirage Australia is going to, spot that out very immediately, and it's really pointless for him to have actually popped that. And now we're going to see Guide come in on that, and Magnus gets the skewer off. Will they go in on each other? They are looking for that. Guide, no, he cancels the shockwave. Magnus cancels the shockwave. I apologize for that, and Guide will live another day.
Okay, so the invisibility rune ends up working out for the Magnus. He forces the salve to be popped by the Ember Spirit. I wonder if he's going to go for the Drums of Endurance. That was picked up by the Invoker in the last game. As Sky going to have a little bit of a tussle with Turbulence here. Marana does have a blue ward in her bag. Nice Ice Path going to land on them there. Liquid Fire used over the wall, and not much else going to go out there. Sky takes a lot of damage from that Liquid Fire harassment, as Ice Cubed is going to be jumped on by the Nyx, take a little bit of damage, but he'll be okay in the end. Does have a salve, also has a Tango, and it looks like he may potentially be going for a Soul Ring.
I kind of feel that just now in the fight in the bot lane, the Rubik might have actually wanted to lift the Mirana up onto the cliff itself. So this way...
That's a very nice arrow. He may not have been in range. If you put your mouse on the Q, it's very low range.
It's very low range, so he was not able to do that, and they decided to disengage, which is really good. And I noticed that the Clockwork Ice Cube on the Clockwork here, he did not manage to actually block the camp here from spawning. I believe you can actually do that with Rocket Flares.
Yeah, if it's actually got to physically be there, the flare. It can't just be the vision. The flare actually has to be there at the perfect time, so it's a very, very difficult thing to do. Creeps have been pulled back, so MRG are going to just block their creeps as much as they can for the time being. Magnus almost at level 6. We'll have to see if he gets some plays going once that has happened. Sky down at the bottom lane on the runner, sitting at 2 last hits to the 8 of the Clockwork. Gonna leap away instantly from the Ice Path telekinesis threat there.
There was no ward here, so he would not have seen Small Cat. It was just Rubik just moving too far ahead. And I really love this ward here, by the way. The ducks to kill.
Yeah, if there was any invisibility shenanigans with the rune, he would be well aware of it. Hits the level 3, so now has the Star Storm. Gonna get telekinesis up, and the Ice Path lands on him as well. A lot of damage goes out there. Will it be enough? Throws out the Sacred Arrow, and Crank Midget potentially going to get away here. Teleports coming in from the Nyx. Can he get the Impale off? Nice Ice Path from the Jakiro. Will throw that one away. Rubik in potentially a little bit of trouble here. Lucent Beam goes out on the Crystal Maiden. Beautifully played by OKE here, Maya. That Sacred Arrow by Marana may have cost her her life. I think she may have gotten away.
Yeah, she would have gotten away, but if the Luna decided to go ham, she would have enough mana for that Lucent Beam to actually take out Sky once more. So I kind of feel that the supports TP'd in a bit too late, just a second too late, and that really cost them the first blood.
It was certainly a nice Ice Path out of the Jakiro. Smoke of Deceit popped by the supports of Mirage. They want to take this Magnus down. He does have a skewer, And Embassy's actually going to skewer the Ember Spirit into the tower, uses the reverse polarity to stun them in range of it. Beautifully done by Christina Perry. He wanted to engage that fight, did not care that the supports were there. He carried the Ember Spirit with him. And it just overall beautiful play of OKE. They certainly have some tricks up their sleeve this time round.
To be honest, I think it was just really great reflexes on his part. He managed to actually he got frostbitten there by the Crystal Maiden, and it was very unfortunate that the Ember Spirit was just right in front of him.
Yeah.
And he managed to skewer him backwards, and the tower just did so. Oops, sorry. The tower just did so much damage, and he basically, could have died there. Christina Perry could have died there. Not the singer, but the player.
Hopefully not the singer.
Yeah, but he made the best out of a very bad situation for him.
Yeah,
and
reverse
he got that
polarity was beautifully done there. So we can see Ember Spirit down at the bottom lane. Shackles will not go off thanks to a nice ice path there. Sacred Arrow will also miss. So the Kill 'em guys are going to disengage from this one. Ember Spirit going to Shackles away, gets all three of them in the Shackles, and instantly Mirana trades a life for the Rubik, but Ember Spirit going to pick himself up a second kill. There is 2 kills going to Guide, 1 to Mirana there, 1 for 3 in the end. Beautifully done by Guide. He knows where to be and when to be there, Maya.
Exactly, and very, very quickly on top lane, we're going to see Ice Cube Jet a bit damaged there, but nothing. He's going to go back. So Ember Spirit here, from now on, I think he is going to actually start going, he's going to start going ham and start snowballing from there. He has a Bracer, might be building towards a Drum of Endurance if he is going utility build, but I doubt so.
Yeah, well, he did this last time in Invoker. OKE took the early lead, but he came in, he was all over the place, stopped the towers falling at top, made kills happen at bot, and then went very fast and just started being all over the place. It looks like he wants to do the same sort of thing. We'll be TPing to the tier 2 at the bottom lane. The tier 1 at the top for OKE going to be saved by the Jakiro TPing in. Magnus looking very good on the farm, 44, and his opponent at 29. We have Lifestealer 56 to the 46 of the Luna, but Luna not being pressured too hard, and just as I say that, she will be jumped on here. The Spirit will be used by the Ember Spirit to go forward there. Magnus going to skewer his way in, throws out the reverse polarity, and Ember Spirit goes down before he can take down the Rubik. Ends up being a 2-for-1 thanks to the timely intervention of the Magnus, and now Crystal Maiden going to be locked up in the cogs. Beautiful teleports from OKE there, as Nick's gonna take down the Rubik, I think. No, that was over in the shop. Kichwa is waiting, and actually the DD rune is on Magnus. Sacred Arrow gonna go just under the tower there. He may be in some trouble. Starstorm comes down. Skewer not gonna get him away enough, and Ice just gonna throw out some cogs and back his way out. Leap goes off by Sky on to the ledge there, and that was actually bounty gold going the way of Mirana. 406 for taking down the Mirana, and now Crank Midget wants to take down Sky. They do have vision thanks to the rocket flare. Will Sky end up falling? The Leap still has 15 seconds of cooldown, but the rest of Mirage are here to back her up. And the spell steal actually going to be used by Rubik. He has the Searing Chains. That could be key there. Telekinesis used on him and throw him back. Searing Chains will go out, and Ember Spirit's like, geez, this sucks. Sacred Arrow will hit him, even though Turbulence tried to avoid it, and that will be a dead Rubik. In the end, it's a 4-for-3 in OKE's favour. But Guide continuing to pick up those kills, although to be fair, Magnus got a couple as well. RP 35 seconds off of cooldown, and CM not quite finished yet.
Exactly, and all this time, Lifestealer is just farming and farming up top lane. He is on 67 last hits and 12 denies, and I really disagree with the Luna. I mean, look at her CS. She has 47 last hits and 18 denies, and I really disagree with that because every time she denies a creep, she can actually be farming other creeps, and I'm just really wondering what has been Rubik doing for her.
Yeah, well, she's a solid 1200 behind the Lifestealer at the moment, so Sledgehammer looking very, very well off. Going to be working towards an armlet of more dig-in like he did in the previous game. Christina Perry has a point in the Empower now. That's something we'll have to keep in mind, that he can throw that on the Luna, I do believe.
Yes.
Yep, so, I mean,
Double hands.
her AoE is going to only increase from that point with the Empower on her. Kichwa going to teleport up at the top where we see Luna has taken up residence. And the Clockwork are going to continue roaming around. So Ice Cubed having a much bigger impact in the second game here than he did in the previous one. He was Death Prophet. He sat up top, had his tower denied of all things, and yeah, so he has 4 points in the battery assault. Really sorry for the guys on Twitch that my overlay is stuffing up. I can't actually change it. So the Amateur Weekly Cup, as you can see, you'll be well aware that this is what it is by now. As we can see Rocket Flare going off at the top. That could be where the next action happens here, Maya. But Sky just farming at the bottom. Mirana, she will be TPing in. Will we see the Sacred Arrow come out, or will Hookshot land first?
Right now.
Well, there we go. The hookshot comes in, and Blackout will actually catch out. Ice Cube actually eats that arrow right now, and Turbulence steals up that Crystal Nova, and the RP comes in from Christina Perry, who has his Blink Dagger there, and now Mirage, they are running for their lives right now. Kichwa going to go down right now, and Sledgehammer going to go down as well, and that's the 2 kills, I believe. No, Emissary coming in from behind, he's going to drop as well. Pink's all going up for Guide right now. He's going to try to use his Fire Remnant to get away, but no, he gets killed off by that Shockwave there.
That was fantastically done by Killam. That could not have gone much better for them. They Ember Spirit coming in was a little bit of trouble, but that play from Christina Perry, beautifully done. The hook shot from Clockwork set it all up. Very nice catch on the CM. I don't know if she actually escaped. I think that was a 4-for-1 in the end, and the tier 1. 4-for-1, and the tower will fall as well. So Lifestealer again just farming up. So his CS is looking great, and he is strong late game. But OKE are doing a brilliant job of making action happen. They just need to shut this guy down now.
I kind of feel that the lineup for Mirage is very focused on Lifestealer. So they have the early game aggression coming out from in terms of the CM as well as the next assassin, and mid lane we're gonna see Sledgehammer get Ice Path there, but no response, or rather no backup from Rubik, so he will get away in time.
I don't think they have a hope in hell of killing him.
True.
With
That's
the
very
armlet
true.
toggling, the phase boots, he's not going to sit still. They do have Ice Cubed waiting off to the side, but like we just said, Rage is going to stop him getting stunned. Yeah. Luna is in the jungle farming, and the other member of their team, Magnus, also in mid actually. So now with the blink on Magnus, we could see Sledgehammer in trouble here. Hookshot will land on the creep, but Sledgehammer will get locked up in the end. Magnus throws the Empower on to the Clockwork, but the AoE comes out from Guide. Nice reverse polarity goes off there, and it is actually a 2-for-0 for Mirage Gaming. They finally take down the Lifestealer, but will it be worth it? Sacred Arrow comes out and hits a creep. Guide runs off to the side. 2-for-1 in the favor of Mirage Gaming. Luna was not involved in that fight, is going to continue pushing at bot, which, I mean, fair enough, she will scale very well, but can they defend this tower, Maya?
They probably can. Luna's just gonna push bot tower, get the bot tower right now, and in mid lane, the arrow will land on Christina Perry there on the Magnus, but no, Guide's gonna back off here. Maybe they'll want to get a kill on the Luna. He does spot out the haste rune, and he might actually find the Luna here right now. The question is, will Luna pop her Eclipse, because Guide does have, Guide wants to go ham here.
Oh, so the tier 1 at bot did end up falling, so it was worth it for OKE. Not if they lose their Luna, though. Eclipse gonna do so much damage to the Ember Spirit, and Magnus is here as well. And Skewer will be used to try and pick it up. No, he will not get it. Open wounds used on the Lifestealer. Can Christina Perry escape? No, Shockwave does not go off. And just like that, another bounty going the way of Mirana. And that's not worth it now, although they did take it down. And now Mirage gonna take down the top tower, the top T1. That is the tier 1's falling like mad. The bottom one also very low on health, so they managed to turn that around beautifully after picking up the Luna. And I mean, this Magnus, he has balls of steel. You have to hand it to him.
That's right. The thing is that, he has the mentality to save his support, which is good, but the thing is that Luna could have turned the fight around, but she was like, nope, I used up my Eclipse, and I'm like, Nope. She was like, nope, and she just TP'd back home, and now she's just farming top.
It was nicely used by Guide. He used Flame Guard to absorb some of the Eclipse and Sleight of Fist to dodge some more of it. So he didn't like, and even then he took a massive amount of damage. So if he hadn't used those abilities well, he would have been in trouble. And shout out to Ikosora, who's asking who we are. My name's Coldblood. I'm from GameStar. You can head on over to facebook.com/GameStar. I'll be covering every game that I can this week at 8 p.m. AEDT. And Maya Arcana, you can go to her Facebook, dt.maya, and she casts whatever she can. She goes in the SEA scene, comes over here to Oz to help us out because she's one of our best casters without belonging here.
Come on.
You're making her blush. She's also here in Australia. Funny,
That's
she's
right.
in Victoria at the moment.
That's right.
Hopefully having a good time.
It is. It's just really hot right now, and I'm not used to it.
Yeah, Australia sucks. BL, bro. Okay, so bottom lane is going to lie abandoned for the time being. Guide going to get stunned, but will instantly Spirit out there. Sacred Arrow not going to land once again, so the Sacred Arrows haven't been the best, but the ones that land are making it count. Kichwa is going to be caught out. They know that there is well, there's no central water. I don't know what I'm saying. Lifesteal is up at top. Nice Impale goes off onto Ice Cube. Can he get out? Spell still goes off by the Rubik. It picks up the Mana Burn as Clockwork ends up falling. Guide gets a double kill there. Moonlight Shadow has been used. Nyx falls. It is 2 for 1 so far. Reverse Polarity was used in there. Ice Path doesn't manage to get Guide, and Sky takes that one down. The Spirit uses his Revenant to jump forward there. 3 for 1 in the favor of Mirage Gaming. Now the Lifestealer is here, and he's ready to push the creep wave, looking very healthy for Mirage Gaming here. The T1 is sitting at full health, but I think they may be able to get this one.
Yeah, that was a beautiful spike carapace by the next assassin there just before he died. That actually stunned the Magnus after his RP, and he couldn't skewer the people. And now Sledgehammer is gonna get caught out here, but he's going to go ham on Ice Cube, and Ice Cube is dropping so low. Ice Puff does nothing to Sledgehammer, who is in rage form right now. And now Crank Midget, he's TP'd in, and now he's gonna die because he's just dropping so low. He gets away in time, but Turbulence comes in with that stun, and he actually gets Vendetta himself, and he's gonna just try to run away, try to look for someone to kill, maybe go on Sledgehammer there. Sledgehammer is so low right now. And Turbulence, he's gonna go Vendetta on Sky, and Sky's gonna drop. No, Sky doesn't drop instead, and now
Open wounds.
Oh.
Nice open wounds by Sledgehammer there to get some lifesteal on the Mirana. Ends up being 4 for 1 when all is said and done. Luna forced the hell back. This tier 1 quickly going to fall. It was great seeing a Rubik pop out of stealth and do 200 damage with his auto, but the play from Mirage was too strong. They're going to take down the last tier 1 of OKE. Now this game looking a lot closer than the last game, but still not going OKE's favour. They're behind by about 3,000 gold, and the experience about 7,000, so they are struggling. They do have Luna Magnus, though. That is a very potent combo. They have Ice Cubed on the Clockwork for the initiation. He's very, very squishy at the moment, but he is working on that. We have Yasha picked up by Mirana. Reaver is on Sledgehammer, so he's going to have a lot of base damage, a lot of health, probably working towards the heart of Tarask, which makes him ridiculous to kill. Smoke of Deceit has been popped, and now the Ember Spirit has a Nace inside of him, and Smoke's been popped up by OKE. They could run right past each other, which they will indeed do. Nyx is up at the top. Will the O-Kill 'em guys go for the rush? No.
Boy.
They're hunting them out, and the smoke for OKE will run out first. Magnus will get jumped on here. Takes a lot of damage from the Lifestealer, gets shackled, but he will be able to skewer his way out. Does get stunned, though, as Mirana going to narrowly avoid the Ice Path there. Pops the Moonlight Shadow as Guide takes
He's a
down the
Moonlight Shadow
Magnus.
right now.
Oh, both teams are Moonlight Shadowed as Blackout. Will he fall? He has been revealed, and Luna picks that one up. Sledgehammer going to jump forward and crack down on Crank Midget. Guide forced out by the threat of the Luna, and now the Kiro Ice Path goes forward once again. Vendetta will take Rubik low enough for the Impale to finish him off. It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. Luna will almost certainly end up falling. Guide gets a last auto attack off. The Ice Path does not freeze him up in time. Sacred Arrow will land onto Small Cat there. Guide has the attack speed of the Leap. Gets a double kill for himself. That is a team wipe with Lifestealer taking down the last member of their team. And a 1-for-5 in Mirage Gaming's favour, with a lot of 10-man invisibilities going out. That was very, very tense.
Yeah, that was really tense. Like both teams only OKE, they had that sentry ward over here, which meant they could see. They had two actually. They could see Mirage running around, and Mirage, it was really tense for them. Like they probably couldn't tell where the attacks were coming from, but they managed to kind of force OKE back. OKE just dropped so quickly. Luna's just so squishy right now.
They didn't have the Magnus. He got caught out and forced to flee very quickly.
Exactly.
He couldn't do anything, and he is a big part of their mid-game comp. So, sorry guys, you can't see the abilities. If you're wondering what's leveled and what, just ask me and I'll try and tell you. As XSplit is trolling me. Is Roche on the table for Mirage? No, not at the moment. As Sledgehammer, I don't believe that Feast works on Roche. So it's actually quite hard for him to take him down.
Yeah, we will have to see that because I have totally forgotten how to play Lifestealer.
how to play. Dagon picked up by the Nyx, so his burst even stronger now. Has been using that Vendetta very well. Does Rubik have anything? No, of course not, because he died.
Well, the problem with a Nyx assassin this late into the game, or rather 22 minutes into the game, he should have gotten some kills. He has those assists, 5 assists for him, but only just 1 kill, and that means he will not be able to take down. He might be able to take down the Rubik, but that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, and that could be quite key, honestly, because if Rubik steals something like Moonlight Shadow, you want to take him down, although he's probably going to pop it straight away, so that is null and void at that point. Guide going to be pushing up at the top, has the Crystallis, and of course Flame Guard applies all that kind of thing. Crank Midget could be in some trouble here, gets Vendetted and impaled, but instantly Kitcher going to be engaged. I'm not sure if trapping the Luna there was the best idea, and the Nyx finally going to go down to the skewer of the Magnus, but Flame Guard is doing work here by the Ember Spirit. That is a team wipe in exchange for the other support. And Mirage take that fight incredibly easily. Trapping the Luna next to the tier 1 was not a good idea.
Yeah, I think there was some form of miscommunication there, and the Clockwork couldn't get out of his cogs in time. I did notice he got arrowed by the Mirana as well. He walked into that one, so it was really unfortunate for him because the tower switched aggro to him as well.
Okay, so the Ember Spirit has 1300. He's going to start working towards a Black King bar. Has the Daedalus, so he's going to be wrecking even more face. We have Mantisile almost ready for Sky to pick up. Has enough of the Ultimate Orb. The tower will end up going down to the Lifestealer, who is could be going for his own BKB. Could go for a Skull Basher, probably would be better.
He doesn't need BKB.
Oh dear, Luna, you do not want to be there. They do. Oh, nice hook shot by Ice Cubed there. They're going to throw out the Sacred Arrow. Ice is very, very squishy, and the Spell Steal will end up stealing the Vendetta, but Flame Guard comes in with the Nyx inside of him. They pop out there. Rubik going to end up falling as well. 4-for-1, not quite as bad as last time, but that's because Magnus was not there, and things going from bad to worse for Mirage Gaming. Diffusal Blade going to be the pickup for the Mirana. Probably a smart choice. The Usher provides enough, and now this Lifestealer easily going to be able to tank up the tower, although he's going to switch the aggro over thanks to the fancy Dota 2 tower mechanics. Can the Magnus make anything happen? His reverse polarity just came off cooldown. No, he's going to keep his distance for the time being. His team's up in 10 seconds, but I think Mirage will disengage. Sledgehammer hanging around, no, is forced to back out by his team, and they're forcing some very, very good fights here. Guide going to TB over to the T2 at bot, and is Roche now on the table for them?
Well, I don't know about Roche, but the real problem right now is actually this Ember Spirit. Like I was really, I believe I called the drum of endurance on him, but I did not expect him to go daedalus. I kind of felt he might have gone for BKB first, but apparently he doesn't need it because he can do his Slate of Fist, and
Yeah,
that will
six
prevent
second
him from.
cooldown.
Yeah, and that basically it's kind of like a BKB. You just avoid damage, you avoid taking magical damage as well. Like we've seen in the fight over here a very long
Oh,
time ago.
they
Oh,
knew
the
that
sack.
Nyx was there. They pop the smoke falls off because they placed down a sentry. Nyx gonna sprint his way out of that one. Rocket Flare goes on to Roche. They know that it is not being done at the moment. Ice Path will not land. Now the Ember Spirit absolutely going ham. Nyx once again bursts out of him, and they will end up falling. Eclipse goes off. A lot of it lands onto Guide. Moonlight Shadow will make them invisible. Guide goes off the side of the screen there. Rubik also going to fall. 3, 4, 1. Crank Midget, can he take down the CM? No, he cannot. Magnus coming in. Can he TP out? No, gets Searing Chained. And it will be a 5-4 to the Marana, joining the supports in the casualties. But another
Dire's
team
top
wipe
tower's
on
getting
OKE,
beat
and
down.
Mirage need to turn this into something, which it looks like they very much want to. Illusion Rune is at the top part of the river. Like you said,
Dire's
Maya,
top
this
tower,
Ember Spirit
you know
is
the
an
drill.
absolute terror.
That's right. And do we really need to look at the EXP graph and the goal graph?
Well,
Dire's top
there's
tower's getting
quite
beat
a
down.
difference. We'll put it that way. It's
Yeah, it's a huge difference right now. So for the EXP graph, Mirage have like a 25,000 EXP lead, and the goal graph it's about 20,000.
we have not
Advantage to
seen
them.
the big plays coming out of Magnus after his first couple of really good RPs.
Well,
He can't do much. He's so squishy.
well, yeah, exactly. That's the problem with going a blink dagger straight away because he gets shut down so easily after he blinks in and uses reverse polarity. And then he might have gone for a BKB first. I kind of felt that that was really needed against the lineup of Mirage because they have the stunts, they have the slows. And this Mirana, she has been landing some really beautiful arrows as well. So walk into an arrow and your whole combo gets the wrench thrown in the works.
Yeah, it makes it very difficult to do the job. Now the courier is going to be handing a smoke over to the CM. If she stops moving, there she goes. She finds nope. There she has no room for the smoke. Shockwave goes off in the mid. The T1 may be worked on by Killam. They only have the Tier 1 up at top taken down at the moment. Nyx is off split pushing.
And
As his
they
level 2 Dagon, we have the engage going on in the mid. Guide going to take down Clockwork. Initiation, not what they wanted. Small Cat has no way to get out of that one. Crystal Nova will take the kill down in the end. Rubik is shut down by Sky, and Luna and Magnus forced to book it out of there on their 4 legs. Nothing they can do, as Mirage could easily go over to the T2 at top, or it looks like they're going to go straight for the throat.
Radiant's
They want to
mid-range
take
ain't
down
looking
the
so
barracks, and of course Leap will give them attack speed 32, and an AoE if she uses it, she's just going to use it, save it to disengage,
Radiant's mid-range
as
taking
they
some
place an
punishment.
aggressive ward in the base of Killam. And Glyph Fortification, yeah, I was just going to say it is available. They will use it. Not going to do too much though. Hook shot not off cooldown for another 20 seconds. Clockwork still looking as squishy and easy to kill as ever. I missed the start of that fight, Mayor. It looks like Clockwork went in and just died.
The Radiant's mid-range.
Yeah, he just went in and got shut down like that. And this is the power of the lifestealer against the Clockwork.
in bad shape.
Yeah, it's very hard to engage on him because he's as much a tank as he is a carry at this point. Guide going to throw out a pause, doing very well on the Ember Spirit. He's lagging out from his 17 kills, 17 assists. I was going to say something about leet, but there's really no leet in 17-3-17, is there? It looks like it could be.
The thing is that Amber Spirit has been in most team fights, so not only getting the kills, but he's also getting the goal from any assists, and that just helps him to snowball so hard. I mean, look at him, 29 minutes in. I believe he got his Daedalus really early on, like around the 20 minutes mark.
Yeah,
So,
around
yeah.
there. Maybe a little bit later.
So look at his right click damage right now. It is 106 plus 132.
Yeah,
So
so
that
240 is attacking pretty quickly, and then of course Slater Fist is applying that
Radiant's top tower's
240% crit to everything that it hits
The
if it
Radiant
procs.
lost the
That is the
top
last
tower.
structure outside of OKE's base falling now. And we'll have to wait for the engage here. We don't see any blink on the CM like we did in the previous game. There we go, just as I say it, she picks it up. So we'll have it's a little bit later than in the previous game. Hookshot going to land on to Kichwa here, but Ice is taking a lot of damage. Ice Path goes off, doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, and Sacred Arrow will land onto Rubik to take him down. The Ember Spirit has popped his BKB, and Reverse Polarity is used. It's actually a pretty decent one, and just like that, Mirage are falling like flies. It is 3 for 4, 4 for 3 now, with the buyback coming out from the Lifestealer. Ember Spirit is the only one left alive of his team apart from the Lifestealer. Bunch of buybacks going out. It was 4 for 3 with 4 for 3 with 2 buybacks by OKE, 1 by Mirage. That RP turned it around, Mayo, but it was too little too late.
yeah, I kind of feel okay. Right now they don't have the damage to actually go after, to actually take down Mirage as quickly as possible. You know what you really want to do is to have a RP into the Lunar Eclipse, into the probably into the Clockwork Battery Assault, just to disrupt them a little, and then Rubik can just pick up anyone with his telekinesis and just throw them back into the fight. And then of course Jakiro with his CC, the Ice Path, and then the damage coming out from Macropara, but very little right click damage. I mean, apart from Luna right now, who has about 200 right click damage. So that's about 170, 160 damage after armor reduction. Yes.
Yeah, and then she's burning mana as well. 20, not that much, but it's something. So
Yeah,
Desolator has been picked up by the Ember Spirit, so keep in mind they're going to have their armor reduced because Sleight of Fist does apply that.
Yep. I was gonna say that this Luna, she's forced to actually, because she's the main DPS of her team, she's actually forced to put her power threats on agility most of the time, and that just doesn't do so well for her because she drops like a stone.
Yep.
She
It
doesn't
goes down
have,
very, very quickly.
yeah,
So
she doesn't have enough health at
we've
all.
seen that OKE, if they've got a tower and they've got that reverse polarity from the Magnus to pull everyone in and stun them, and then, Shockwave does a lot of damage, Skewer can push them into, Clockwork AoE Lunar Eclipse. They do have a chance here, but they're going to have to play it very carefully. Ice Path goes off onto Kichwa. Can he escape? No, he pops the Spike Carapace. They don't want to damage him at the moment. Roshan falling lower and lower. Sledgehammer is going to work on the cube there. Going to try and hookshot his way out. The teleport forward by CM, and the freezing field popped. Nice reverse polarity, but again, it is too late, and power used on Christina Perry, but is not enough. 3 kills there. Can Turbulence get out? No, Sky does way too much damage. A full team wipe coming out here. Roshan is sitting on 4,000 life, so at about a third of its health. And they're going to go straight back around and take him down for the Aegis. And just as I give them a glimmer of hope, Maya, they get team wiped.
I kind of felt that this Clockwork, he really needs to stop.
YOLOing.
Yeah, simply because look at his health. Even the Luna has more health than him.
Yeah, he's very, very squishy. He picked up the Sage's Mask and then just kind of sat on it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that he's been trying to do all the initiations there, but his team, either they get picked off one by one before he starts, or he's too far away. He initiates too far away, and then his team just can't catch up. I mean, you have a slow-moving Rubik as well as a Jakiro. Jakiro has that long range, or rather that mid-range, Ice Path initiation kind of thing, but that's pretty much about it. You need to wait for the Luna, you need to wait for the Magnus to come in and combo with that as well.
Or blink forward by the CM. Nake's going to be coming in with the Ember Spirit Express. They go straight into an Ice Path. Ice are going to try and hookshot his way out, but the guide, who is Ember Spirit, does way too much damage here. He's going to chase them into the fountain. And Ice Path will again miss as CM and the Moran are going to work away at the tier 3 up at the top. Is quite low. Sledgehammer does not care at all that it's on him. Heart of Christ will keep him nice and healthy. That one falls. The barracks will be the next to fall. RP is still available though, so they have a chance here. Sacred Arrow goes out, ends up missing. Guy does a massive amount of damage with a single Sleight of Fist. running forward to try and do it again. He does have the Aegis, and he's just slowly whittling, or not slowly, quickly whittling down this Magnus. Really jump, no, he does get stunned there, and is actually going to get charged into the fountain. Does have Aegis, so we've got to keep that in mind. Will come back up after doing a bit of damage. Sacred Arrow comes off, hits the Rubik in the face, but instantly Guide going to be stunned. Rubik ends up falling, and Guide eventually going to fall. 1400 gold split around. Eclipse going to do a massive amount of damage to the Dire team here, and that is 4 members of Mirage going down for only Rubik so far. Sky forced to get the heck out of there. All 4 of the barracks have fallen at the mid and the top. The fountain dive. Oh, Ice, you can't stay there, buddy.
He nearly got hit by the arrow. I believe if he got hit by that Sacred Arrow, Mirana would have just leapt in and just got ham and gotten that kill there.
Okay, so reminder, guys, this is an amateur cup, so they are likely to fountain dive, and of course this is
Well, shout out to Ashen17. He's saying that in LoL. In League of Legends, good teams in LoL would never allow someone to get to basically snowball. But the thing is that Amber Spirit right now, he is new to the meta. That's why I believe most teams are having trouble trying to control him, basically.
Yeah.
That Sleight of Fist is just so difficult to counter.
Yeah, basically Amber Spirit, he can shackle random people around him. He gets a magic absorbing shield that does massive damage around him, and then a Sleight of Fist, basically an Omni Slash on a 5-second cooldown. Revenant gives him a massive global presence, and then of course Teleport Scrolls was used very well by him. Instantly 2 towers taken down by OKE, so they use that fountain dive to their advantage, pick up some very easy global gold for themselves. Clockwork is now sitting on the drums of endurance. Picks that up from that push, so he has a little bit of durability. Boots of Travel picked up by the Lifestealer, so easily able to join in the fights if he needs to. As Nick's going to be coming forward here, Invisible Dagon at the level 4, so almost at its final form. As Lifestealer going to TP into the mid here. The bottom is the bottom tier 3 sitting at full health, but it looks like that will be the next focus of attention.
Yeah, Kichwa actually has Dagon level 5 on in his stash, so he's probably just waiting to get it sent over by the courier. But looks like now Mirage just gonna start the siege on bot lane right now. Sledgehammer just goes in and really just does so much damage like a sledgehammer. And the arrow will land on Turbulence there. And now Sledgehammer, he has used his rage. No, rage on no cooldown right now. So he's just waiting. That Impale coming out from Kichwa, he's gonna get caught out by Ice Cube there. Oh, that damage from the Dagon. And now the Ice Puff comes in, the BKB's popped on Christina Perry, and the Freezing Field does tons of damage, basically slowing them down. The RP gets used as well, and now it's a 1-for-1 trade, but 2 heroes, the Luna as well, now 2-for-1 trade. Luna's dropping very low, can she get away in time? That feast, that invest from Sledgehammer. He's gonna get 2 kills just like that, and he's just gonna get some creeps just to get some life steal back, and basically it's a team wipe once again. I've pretty much lost count of how many team wipes we've had.
That, I do not know how that Ember Spirit got out. He got caught out beautifully by the Magnus, and he just did not do a single thing. So GG, well played, being called out by both teams. That is Mirage taking it away 2-0. Very exciting game though, mate. It was a pleasure to cast with it. Thanks be to you, says the Ember Spirit, at an opportune time. And we'll have to nominate an MVP. Who are we thinking?
The really obvious one would be Ember Spirit, but I kind of feel that's really simply because he's just so snowbally.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If only he were Tusk. For real snowballs.
To be honest, early game I would say that Magnus was the MVP.
Yeah, no, he did very well. And even till the end, he threw out some nice reverse polarities.
Exactly.
Just too little, too late.
I wouldn't. It's not just too little, too late. It's really also because his team just too squishy to back him up. That's all I can say.
Yeah, fair enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Amateur Weekly Cup. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. with some more Dota action. Make sure you head on over to facebook.com/dt.maya and follow her when she gets back to Singapore. She'll be casting a lot of stuff. Thank you for tuning in. And this has been Coldblood and Maya Arcana. Quickly, Isusaurus saying Ember Spirit overpowered. I would have to agree with him, Maya.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, this is Coldblood and Maya Arcana signing out.
See you guys.